Hello traders, welcome to this Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market update. And as you can see, if anyone watched my video yesterday, you will remember that I did say that I thought this low was in and it would hold. Now clearly we did not. It came down and it did take this low last night before getting a bounce once again and coming up into this resistance area that it is currently in. Now I think this is a really good example of how you can have an idea, be slightly wrong on your idea, but still profit from it, okay? And this is a great example of that. And actually what the market has done overall has been preferable to me as a trader, has been better for myself as a trader, even though I was wrong on my initial idea that this low would hold, okay? So I just want to quickly go over that just very briefly here. So yesterday, okay, what I was saying, I had limit orders in this area, okay? They got filled. Great. Happy days. I did get an entire position filled on this limit order, and I was able to take profits on the shorts that I did have. However, we got this bounce, and at this point, when you come into an important support and resistance area, what I have currently as my trades are I'm short from the high at 52k, and I'm compound short on this 48k high up here, okay? So I did add to my short position, which gives me an entry around $50,000 for a short position that is just in no danger at all of being taken out right now. So when you see a move like this happen, it just becomes almost a no-brainer just to short the bounce, okay? Bring my average entry down again. At this point, it's now down within this 45 area. I took quite a heavy short. I doubled down on my position at this point, almost willing the market to come and stop me out, because I do believe that if we do claim this daily level, then the uptrend resumes. That is the idea that I have. And I'd be very happy for this long that I did get into down here to take over from my short position if my short position were to get stopped out. But what actually happened is I was taking this short here. We had this move down again, which I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting so much. However, the whole kind of global market conditions for yesterday were perfect for getting another move down and another shakeout of this low. So I was able to take profit around here at this golden pocket, and again take profit on this short position and add to the long that I already had at a better price than previously. Okay, so although I was wrong on my initial idea, I probably made a good 50% more than I would otherwise have done if I had just gone, right, you know what, swing long, let's hold this and let's wait for it to go to 100k or whatever. Okay, so this is just very happy again this morning, and why I was so calm through this whole dip yesterday, because when you trade like this and you're holding a short position, getting yourself into a long position, the same as if you were wanting to take a short up here, the fact that I was in a long position already means you just have no risk, and you cannot lose on the market if you just trade it sensibly and trade what the market gives you, okay? Just by being in a position, holding your positions, not getting caught at the highs, overexposed in any way, and not getting caught again at these lows, overexposed in any way. This down here shook the majority of the market out, I think. So we probably had some people longing this area between 42 to 40,000. I'd been calling for it for a long time. I'm sure there are other traders out there who were looking at this area as well. But as we got this move down, I'd imagine the vast majority of those got shaken out of their positions. But we did stream this last night, and just remaining calm. It's not, for me anyway, this isn't going to crash to low 30s, low $20, $20,000 at this stage. I do believe this is a major shakeout on the market, and from what I'm seeing here, I see no reason to be bearish. And that's just as simple as it is. This is a time to, when the market is fearful, this is when you should be greedy, and that's what I'm being right now. So greedy on my shorts, greedy on my longs, absolutely like taking advantage of all the price action that we're getting right now, and yeah, having a really good time trading. So that just covers that. I know I've spoken about that for about 5 minutes, but I just wanted to kind of go over my thoughts, and just as an example of how relatively straightforward trading can be if you just understand the technicals and trade what the market gives you without getting married to an idea. Once again, I was wrong. This low didn't hold, but I made money because of it. Okay, and that's a really great thing about trading. How just so many different ideas can be profitable or be unprofitable if you don't trade them correctly. So, okay, anyway, on to the technicals now. Okay, so we know already this is a big support area. Okay, we also have this anchored VWAP from our COVID crash low coming in. Now this is just on the Bybit exchange, but I think it's kind of cool what it's done here. If I do go down onto the lower time frames on this, okay, if I do go down onto the lower time frames, it disappears. But anyway, we'll forget about that. It's there. It was interesting what it did. And what we can see now on this chart is we've had this low close, which is what we were looking for yesterday in order to create the divergence on the chart. So we do have, on the MACD, not so much the RSI, we do have this divergence on the 4-hour chart playing out at this stage. So we have a low, a lower low with this higher low on the histogram, and it's starting to turn upwards here. Now this is, for me, pretty good. That's a pretty bullish sign. And again, on the 1-hour chart, we do have this triple divergence from 1 to 3 lows on the RSI, all coming into lower lows, with the RSI making these higher lows as we come down in price here. So in terms of the oscillators, everything looks pretty much what you would expect to see from this being a major low being put in on the market. Same again for what we have on this weekly chart. I'd say any close above 40k here on the weekly is looking good. On the daily, again, we're not getting these closes below 40k, which is what I did consider to be basically that line in the sand. 40,500 was the lowest I wanted to see these daily closes going, really, and we've come right down into that. So that's, yeah, pretty decent. The other stuff I do want to go over on this chart is we do have an 80% setup in play. Okay, so you can see our daily open here, opening around $40,715. We did get acceptance back into previous day value area low, and we have had that move into our point of control here. Okay, so you can see our points of control, the previous day point of control, acting as resistance at this point. Now, what I would expect to see now is for a move back down into the daily POC, so around $42,000, and then to attempt this previous day value area high. Now, if it can get up there, I do think that this 43,700 area does look like a nice, this is the naked point of control from the 20th of September. Okay, so we do have that area up there that I do think will offer the next major resistance on this chart. So 43,700 I do think will get a rejection initially, but what that would give us is a change of macro medium time market structure. Okay, so we will take out this high. That would be significant. That would be the first time. Just going back onto this chart over here, let's look at the 30-minute time frame again. If we do get this move up into, let's just put it onto the chart, into this previous day or 2 days ago naked point of control, okay, just here, $43,700, we will change market structure. And then I do believe that after coming out of this downsloping resistance, having changed market structure and being just in the area that it is, I would be once again looking to compound any long positions if we do get a retrace back down towards this 42 to 40,500 area. Okay, that would just be the long kind of gaining a bit of confidence in those long positions and giving a really good opportunity after a change of market structure to compound that and to look for higher prices. So basically I'm looking for something kind of like I just drew. If we can hold this current day point of control, get it move out of this area, start to hold above here, I would expect these highs to get taken into that point of control, possibly see a rejection off of that back in towards this area, chop around for a bit, and then we see a move up towards that 45k, which I do see as being a very, very significant level on this chart. Okay, so that's the next point in which I could think that, yes, we've had a change of market structure, we could put in a small uptrend, but this could reject here. Okay, this is very significant, $45,000, and at that point, if we claim that, I genuinely do think we're going to be testing much, much higher. However, if we do reject that, then again, this could bring us back down into this like 38, 39K region and possibly lower prices after that. So that's basically what my plan is on Bitcoin at the moment. That's remained unchanged basically since the last couple of days. Okay, so the only thing that's deviated from my initial plan is we had that swing failure pattern last night. Okay, and that's just what the market conditions were doing at the time. That's what the market did, and we were able to trade that. So yeah, pretty happy with the kind of results that we did get from there. Let's go over onto Ethereum and take a look at that. So we have Ethereum. Again, let me just clean this up a second. The big buy area that I did have on my chart for Ethereum, okay, was down here around $2,600. We just about missed out on that. So again, that was like my ultimate, if you can buy here, that's like once in a market cycle kind of massive opportunity to buy. And I do think, again, we're seeing very similar things on Ethereum to what we're seeing on Bitcoin, with just this ABC being put into this area, and then really kind of targeting again these all-time highs if we can get this bounce going and start to just change this market structure and kind of get out of these volatile, fearful conditions that the markets all across the world currently have. Okay, so that was quite significant. Okay, I was in a Ethereum long again from this low, was able to compound that around this monthly, but unfortunately didn't quite get down into these like big spot buys that I was looking for on this particular trade. Litecoin. So Litecoin, again, doing something interesting. So it was holding this area. Okay, so, and then now it had this move down onto this daily level before coming back in to this daily that we are looking at the moment. So once again, pretty significant there on Litecoin. It is within this zone of support, so areas that had been identified as support. I did buy this region. I did reduce my position on this when I did see the weakness on Bitcoin coming in. So I do have a smaller position on Litecoin right now than I did start with. And we'll see how that plays out. So this is a basically like a very low leverage position, futures position on Litecoin. But yeah, so far, like buying $156 without leverage, with knowing that there's support lower down, I'm pretty much okay with that. That's fine for me. So we'll see how this develops. If we don't start to get a bounce here and we don't start to see the Litecoin pair start to get support within this area, which it does seem to be doing. Okay, it is making this kind of more of a rounded bottom after this big spike down into this area on here. So if we do start to see this kind of tick back up, then I'll be very happy in that trade there as well. Dot was another one. Okay, so Dot was more of a spot position, just buying $27 and $25. Simple as that. And yeah, let's have a look at some of the other things that are going on. So AVAX came into that area of support that we were looking at. CRV has had a nice pullback, so let's just have a quick look at this. This is something that's been very bullish recently, but again, still maintaining this uptrend, looking pretty good on here. And if we do pull our fibs, this takes us into this golden pocket region that we're seeing on CRV. So again, a good opportunity for this to get a bounce underway. I would imagine as well, if we do pull a fixed range from, let's say, this low, we've got our point of control right here. Okay, so this is looking really, really nice as a coin that is in this nice kind of steady uptrend at the moment, starting to build momentum. I do see much higher prices on this, but with price action like this, and you just see this steady kind of we're not talking huge percentages here, we're just talking kind of nice steady movements, apart from like big stuff like this, but we're coming back into test support. And yeah, again, for me, this is an area that I am willing to buy or willing to trade an asset like this that has been proving to be quite a strong asset over the past few weeks. yeah, I won't go over too many more of the altcoins. Do we have anything else that we were looking at? Oh, I want to take a look at RSR because that was another one that I did take a trade on. So again, if anyone was watching this, we did draw this as an idea. Like, I can't remember exactly when it was, but we did draw this as an idea. We knew our confluence with this within this area with our previous resistance. Okay, the last resistance before it broke out of the wedge. You come in, you hold above that range that I had put in previously. So here's that little range. You hold above, you get a big markup. You then come back down to test that area again. So RSR, I am in a leveraged long position on RSR, and I would be expecting not so much for like immediately move up on this, but I am expecting a bounce, probably up towards, you'd say, 0.34 cents up towards 0.39 cents. Right. No, 3.4 cents up towards 3.9 cents. Get those decimal points correct on there. So again, that one's looking pretty good. Ocean was another one looking really, really nice. So Ocean did come into a big area. Again, very similar kind of thing. We were looking at, okay, this could go a little bit lower, but we're looking at this as being that first kind of consolidation that it did go into before a big markup, and then that 3 waves down back into test support. VeChain, I think, is doing something similar. So again, VeChain, you have your consolidation. This is on log. So you have consolidation outside of the breakout above its previous range, coming back in to backtest that area after a markup in price. So VeChain looking okay here. I haven't actually charted this very much. It was just one that I noticed when we were on stream yesterday. So I'm just going to quickly mark up some levels on here. We got a monthly. We got a weekly, and again you get this combination, same with RSR, same with Ocean, the combination of a weekly and a monthly level coming in together within the same kind of area. And then if you were to draw on this, add confluence to that. Okay, so you can see we've got our golden pocket just below. So of course this could come a little bit deeper, but we're looking on log here. So if we do go into linear, again, you can see this very similar on this chart. So we are in this golden pocket region here. We can remove that as a wedge. That wedge was on the log scale, but we're not looking at that at the moment. So that gives them more confluence. And then if we draw our fixed range from around here, we're looking at this as a nice high volume node in this area as well. So yeah, VeChain, another one that's coming into just at the moment, just back testing what was previously resistance. Okay, and we're seeing this across the whole market. Bitcoin's doing it, Ethereum's doing it. A lot of the majors are doing it. Things like VeChain are doing it. Algo, another one, okay. So come back into this weekly level. Important support. Cardano. We've got a little block here going on the daily chart at least. So again, Cardano, a little consolidation before a markup, coming back in to test that area. So yeah, kind of, you get the idea. Bitcoin Cash, same thing, yeah. So everything doing very, very similar stuff at the moment, which is why I'm not bearish. I'm just simply not bearish at this stage. This is a test, back test of previous resistance. Hopefully we'll turn it into support and we can be looking at higher prices. If, of course, this fails, then the whole market fails, and we, at that point, I do think we go into a multi-year bear market. So we're at this like really kind of fun, exciting stage of the market where so much could happen. I'm fine to remain bullish at this stage, but if the market tells me anything else, then I will be amongst the first to change my bias on this. Yeah, I'm not willing to kind of draw this down for 3 years of bear market. If I need to get out of a position, if we start closing below 40k, 38k, I will get out of my positions and just accept that this is what the price is doing. Yeah. Let's have a look at the stock market. So I do believe they are getting a bounce today as well. So we are seeing this bounce on legacy markets. You can see the ES. What did it do? Came into its 786, then hit its golden pocket as a retrace. What Bitcoin tried to do, failed. And now we're seeing again here, where is the resistance? Okay, same area. So we're seeing just into the 786, 618, 618, 618 on here. We have this huge gap above on the SPX itself. So I do think that, yeah, I'm looking for this to come back and fill this area. I'm not bearish on this at all. DXY, again, we know we had this rejection from a very important level on the DXY. So this is this previous high. Okay, what it came up to do was took these highs, got the rejection, coming back in to back test this area. And what, and this is either going to do one of two things. Again, we're either going into multi-year bear market across all markets. I just don't really see that as being a likely scenario. Or we have the Fed announcements today. Okay, they're going to calm the markets down, which I see as the more likely scenario. So, okay, let's go through scenario one. Fed doesn't really calm the markets. Dollar stays strong. Assets kind of remain in a bit of a fear state, and we do get this breakup. And at that point, I do think multi-year bear market is a possibility here. However, this has been a rejection. This is an area that if you were just trading this as a normal chart, you'd look to short it after taking the liquidity at the highs. If, of course, the Fed do what we expect them to do over in America and the whole China situation kind of settles down, which again, news is temporary, okay? Charts are permanent, but news is temporary. People will forget that. People have a very short memory. If this gets calm today, then I would expect to move down. And if the dollar can come back down to this support line, I would expect it to break. And then the rest of the year looks very good. Like very, very good. So I am looking at this as being like a big kind of head and shoulders thing on the dollar, with, of course, the short dollar being once again the play that you would be looking at. So that, I guess, is just my overall view on the market at the moment. I keep repeating the same things. It's because my idea remains the same until I'm proven wrong on this. And if I am proven wrong, my plan will adapt, and I'm sure I'll be able to profit from that as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will, of course, any developments we do get, I do try and keep up with the market as much as possible. And yeah, whatever happens, I'll be here and I'll be just giving my random thoughts as usual. And I hope they are helpful to whoever is watching this. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.